So if you've been on this channel for a little while, especially if you've seen my rankings of the Avatar seasons, you'll know that Avatar The Last Airbender Book 1 is my least favorite from the original series, even going behind the likes of Legend of Korra Book 1 and Book 3. Part of that is because I feel the show was still figuring out its footing and definitely felt more like slapstick Nickelodeon than what Airbender would become, but of course with flashes of greatness like with the episodes The Storm and The Blue Spirit. So knowing this about myself, it makes it so that Netflix's adaptation of Book 1 has the most likely chance to be seen as better, at least to me. And there has been some recent news that came out that could set up the adaptation to be better than the original show, and it involves the Kyoshi novels. Stick around and let's discuss. Hey folks, my name is Antoine Bandele, your resident geek, giving you theories and discussion for all things Avatar, and today we'll be diving into the news of what the Northern Water Tribe arc will have in the Netflix The Last Airbender Book 1 adaptation. This news is coming via Avatar News' Twitter account, in which they say, I got some new info on Avatar Kuruk's role in the Northern Water Tribe arc, and I am floored. It's so perfect. It ties in perfectly with one of the core Book 1 storylines and his backstory in the shadow of Kyoshi. They are doing the exact right things in expanding the story. This is exactly what I wanted to hear with regards to Kuruk and the expanded story we keep hearing rumors about with regards to the adaptation. Netflix is benefiting from the fact that they have perfect hindsight at this moment. It's been nearly 2 decades since the original show came out, and since then, the lore has been expanded from The Legend of Korra, the comics, the games, and the novels. In particular, the second novel of the Kyoshi arc details a lot of Kuruk's backstory, which made him one of the avatars I was largely indifferent to potentially one of my favorites now. You can watch this video to find out why. The fact that Avatar News says that this ties perfectly to the Book 1 storyline of the original show gives so much joy to me for 2 reasons. 1, the larger fanbase will be more aware of why Kuruk shouldn't be considered the worst avatar in recent memory, and 2, the code the Face Stealer beat in the Northern Water Tribe arc will be far deeper if and when it includes Kuruk as part of the storyline. My only misgiving is how they'll execute this. In the Kyoshi novels, Kuruk revealing the backstory to the young Avatar Kyoshi seems to be something private between the two of them as they sort of connect it with their combative natures. And part of what Kuruk was doing was protecting the legacy and image of Avatar Yang-Chen, so if he's blabbing about it to each future lives, it doesn't have the same impact as when he's only telling Kyoshi. Avatar News follows up their initial tweet with a second one, saying, like they didn't even invent Kuruk yet when Book 1 was originally made in 2005. They didn't even invent Kyoshi until her episode, which is why the statue is wrong in the episode before. Now, in 2022, they can incorporate everything naturally in ways that just make total sense. And that's pretty interesting. I didn't realize that Kuruk and Kyoshi weren't even concepts in the original season, but it does make sense with how there seems to be gaps with some of the storylines there. And again, that first book of Avatar was really just looking for its footing. Now, we get to see Avatar from a more modern view, and I must admit, I'm here for it, but I'm also scared for getting too excited because with the idea of hope, one can be disappointed. And for years, I have tried to stay largely indifferent to the Netflix adaptation, considering their previous track records with animated to live-action adaptations. And that's it. What do you think about this news about Kuruk and the Netflix adaptation? Do you think it sounds like a brilliant idea, or would you prefer Netflix does a straight adaptation with no changes whatsoever? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more Avatar content just like this. I'll catch you on the next one, and as always, peace, love, and remember, be water, my friends.